Hey guys, Pastor Mark. I just wanted to touch base, kind of share some of what's been going on, maybe give some encouragement, talk about what the future is holds, the future is holds, what the future holds for Liberty Hill, the meeting that we are planning tomorrow, and what things might look like as we begin to gather again. So as you are all, I'm sure, aware, the governor is starting to loosen restrictions on the types of places that can be open and different regulations on how and when and how they open. It's only a matter of time until the government officials say, okay, churches, you may meet again. And I think that we need to be prepared for that. And we don't do it carelessly. Right? It's not just going to be a throw the doors open, everything back to normal as it always was. We're going to have to ease this in. I know that there are members in our congregation who are in the high risk or have family members that are at risk, greater risk. And so, we're going to want to exercise caution. I do want to say that we will continue the live streaming. I think live streaming will probably be a part of church going forward. I think we've even picked up some people who aren't local, and so we'll continue the live streaming. So if you want to stay home, you stay home. Right? Whenever the time comes that we begin meeting, and I want to make sure that that is available for those who are able and desiring to be around one another and worship together again. However, for those who are still cautious and concerned about risk, things will continue as they have been these past few weeks, so that you can still engage in the worship service and Wednesday night studies and things online. The meeting tomorrow, right? As I sit here today, is the 24th. Tomorrow, the 25th, at 1 p.m., we're going to have a meeting through Zoom, video conferencing, to discuss the details of whenever we do start gathering. Because there are questions that are going to need to be answered, right? Are we just going to go straight back to doing Sunday school where we have a dozen people in a little classroom? Well, probably not. Are you going to meet in a different place? Are we just going to still hold off on Sunday school? What about youth on Wednesday nights? What are we going to do for that? Are we going to be providing hand sanitizer or masks, or what are our policies going to be? These sorts of things are things that we need to talk about. We need to figure out what we as a congregation is going to look like as we begin to gather. And I'd rather have these conversations in advance and plan, rather than trying to play catch up and figure it out as we go. So that is what tomorrow is about. I just want to encourage everyone that everyone stays safe, that everyone continues practicing your social distancing and, washing your hands and all that kind of stuff, that we make sure one another is cared for. Right? I keep urging this, that call one another, text one another. Let's make sure that there is no one in our family of Liberty Hill that is going in need. Right? I mean, stores are not scarce as they used to be. The panic died down. You can actually get food and toilet paper and all that kind of stuff again. However, the economic problem is still there. People may be struggling financially. Let's make sure that we are there for one another. And then moving forward, as we transition into being able to meet together again, let's make sure that we do it smart. Let's make sure that we are careful even as we do that, because I believe it's going to be in the near future. I'm honestly expecting within weeks. I would be surprised if it wasn't that restrictions are lifted and we're able to gather again. As always, I want to make sure that everyone is considered and thought of. We will continue the online meeting. We will continue the live stream. So for those who aren't personally in a situation where you can get back out again, we don't want you left behind. However, those who can, who are willing, we definitely want to be able to begin to gather and transition into that. So we'll be making the plans for that Saturday, tomorrow, April 25th at 1 p.m. So please join us on that call, and let's decide how we're going to move forward through this time together as a church family. Thank you. Stay safe. God bless.